It's up to you, New York, New York.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Richie Hicks Jr. Sports Podcast here on Facebook and YouTube. With me, my co-host from Talk of New York, Mr. John Coutinho. How you doing, boss? No, not as good as yesterday.
That not as good as yesterday. Man, so not good that I had to come on the show just to feel better again. And let it all out, you know? Let it all out.
No, I get it. Sometimes these podcasts over the years could be like a little therapeutic. It could be
Oh,
a
yeah.
place to like just go and tear it up, and sometimes to celebrate. Yankees are not playing good baseball right now. There's a lot of things that could be said, but that's the obvious. One hit, uh, that's just all kinds of bad. Kyle
Oh,
Bradish coming into this game a 4.21 ERA, I believe, something in that
hmm
area, and he came out there and looked like Mike Mussina. So
yeah.
definitely a frustrating game. And to make matters worse, Max Fried leaves early. We're going to find out what the imaging shows, what the story is with this particular injury. And it's like, it's the first real legitimate hit out of active Yankees in the pitching staff. So this is, it's concerning, especially
Yeah.
when, you're talking a gold glove talent, an excellent lefty. This is not good.
No, no. This is not good. And we're getting beaten up. This is like I always find it like almost at now, especially recently, Yankees will have that moment in the season where we just get hit with injuries, and it's more than one. And it's just like I was so pumped for a Max Fried, Garrett Cole, Cam Schlittler, Rondon rotation. I was so pumped for that, and I'm hoping that this season still has that. You know? But when you hear that it's elbow for Freed, elbow, that's very yeah. It's like, oh no. You know?
It's very disconcerting. There's no nice way to put it. And if it's only going to be a month, if it's something else that they can deal with, you
Yeah.
take an exhale. But that's the last thing that anybody wants to hear. And as we all know, it's not a normal duty of human beings to throw like pitchers do once every 4 to 5 days. And yeah, very very concerning. I'm worried.
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah.
legitimately worried. uh I think he and Cam were taking turns this year about being the quote unquote, alpha ace. They both take turns, but this
Forget
is
about
not a
Alpha
guy.
Ace. How about Cy Young? How about
Yeah,
Cy Young? Who taking turns? Who's going to be the Cy Young for the AL?
Yeah, I mean,
Cam is still
unless.
there. Cam is still definitely in talk of contention.
Hmm.
He
And of
is.
all places, you got to go to the south side of Chicago, believe it or not, for another contender. Nobody saw that coming, but
No.
this is something that, and then, watching parts of this game today and looking at the terrible at bats.
Yeah.
Terrible at
Horrible.
bats.
Horrible. Horrible at bats. One hit. One hit. That is unacceptable.
And you
Unacceptable. Now I
and
get it. I get it. There's no Stanton in the lineup. I get it. There's no Cabby. I get it that there's no Dominguez. I get it. But you know what? Judge, Jazz, um, Ben
Cody
Rice,
Bellinger.
Cody. Yup. Cody, we just paid you big money. You're doing great in the outfield. Don't get me wrong. Your defense is on fire, but come on, dude. Like, you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy about with when I went to that recent Yankee game on John Sterling Day?
Hmm.
When they showed the Yankee lineup on there on the big jumbotron screen, they didn't show any of their averages. They just showed their OPS. And I sat there, I was like, oh, okay. You want to make it look kind of good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to look at the average right
Yeah,
now.
you're going for secondary and tertiary friggin' stats because, with the exception of Ben Rice, there's not really a lot to be proud of in terms of the averages. I mean, and even the captain, you know, he's hitting a little under 270.
Yeah.
But usually at this juncture, you figure in the next couple of weeks is where he starts heading towards the 300s or the high 290s. But it's problematic, man. And Anthony Volpe, my lord,
Yeah.
you
He's
know,
not ready. He's
you
not
talk
ready.
about you talk
He's not
about the
ready.
kid, you talk about the kid Spencer Jones being humble, talking about the experience of going in the box against Jacob Mizorowski, and now you got a guy that is one of only four players ever to start as a rookie at opening day for the New York Yankees. Now that is crazy when you
Yeah.
consider how long the Yankees have been around and the icons that have played for the organization.
Right.
And Anthony Volpe is one of those guys. He played
Yeah.
today like if he was green and brand new to the big leagues.
Yeah. Yeah. He ain't there yet. He's not there yet. He's not. There was a reason why they wanted to keep him in the minors, and then if it wasn't for the barrage of injuries, now we had no choice but to bring him up. There was a reason we wanted to keep him in the minors because they knew he wasn't going to be ready. He wasn't going to be good. You know, he had the yips already last season. You know, he had the yips. That's what I like to call it, the yips. Now, you got listen to this. And what's really going to my mess with me, especially where I currently live right now. I do live in a fair share of Mets territory. We're about to face the Mets, and they always seem to catch us at a moment when we're badly plagued with injuries.
Yes, or we're just playing
They
bad
catch
baseball.
us every freaking time there. And I'm like, you lucky guys. You lucky guys. And then when they if they beat us 2 out of 3, or if they even sweep us for that matter, they win the series, right? If they win this series, I know I'm gonna hear it from everybody. I'm
Yeah,
going to hear it from the Mets fans. I am going to hear it. They will forget so bad that their team is the worst team in baseball right now, but that they got this moment, and yes, they got it at a time when, once again, you guys got so lucky to face us at a moment when we're rippled with injuries. That,
now
that I'm
this
calling it
is
right now, and anybody listening to this could disagree all they want. Go ahead, put it in the comments right now. I will definitely debate you right now.
this is a 3 game set.
Yeah,
Yeah, because it's like a rotation because some years they're 2-2, but
yeah, they got rid of that. They got rid of that. They realized baseball realized that that was a dumb idea.
it was a very dumb idea, especially with the
Yeah,
revenue. But
yeah,
yeah, I that's crossed my mind too. That this is the time that the Mets would catch us. And peaks and valleys. I'm over here looking at the Darryl Strawberry, Don Mattingly,
Hmm.
1987 pick. I got that autographed by both of these dudes. And it's just funny because you mentioned the Mets. I happen to look up and I'm looking right at the picture, looking right at it.
Yep.
I'm not happy. I'm not happy at all.
No.
It's kind of like this gutted, weird feeling because we keep seeing Tampa. I don't know if Tampa pulled that game out. I saw that they were leading in the 10th. Um,
Tampa just, I keep looking at their score. I'm like, son of a gun, they keep winning. They just keep on freaking winning.
yeah, yeah, and they're going to hit a wall at some point too. It's inevitable. Everybody does. But man, I I'm at a loss for words right now. You have just a road trip to forget. I don't consider though we're still on the road essentially because we're going to be
Yeah.
in a city.
Hmm.
But this has just been a nightmarish road trip.
Yeah. Yeah. Considering the fact how hot we were in that 8 game win streak, and then we lost one, but then we won the next two. Like, you know, we were doing great. And then came that Brewers trip. Now, listen, the thing what I said about Max, right, and that the thing I wanted to point out about Max in that game when he pitched against the Brewers, it they were getting bat on the ball. It was just, it was those soft hits that just happened to find the right spot in the infield. That because if you look at their exit velocity, if you looked at their exit velocity that game against Max Fried,
Oh yeah, there were a
wasn't
lot
really
of
much at
little.
all. It was barely leaving the infield. Those
We've seen
hits.
games like that in Tampa because I've been saying this for years. Nobody uses like the dimensions of their field better than the Rays.
Right.
It's like I told you yesterday on the show. It's like an oversized Costco.
Yeah.
But and you get that with those kind of pitchers.
Yeah.
Guys that throw what's in Max's repertoire. Or even
Yeah.
if you go back to like when Clay Holmes was with us with the sinkers, or
Mm-hmm.
anybody who throws a sinker for that matter.
Yeah.
It, it's when you get one hit, you ain't beating anybody. We know that part.
Right.
Unless if you're Andy Hawkins and they're the Oakland Athletics.
Right.
Actually, that was in Chicago. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Uh, dude, one hit, one
One
hit.
hit. One hit. That's it. One hit. That's like in a game where and even the last game when Freed pitched, they didn't
Yeah,
give the hit. The bats didn't show up at all.
he had no chance to. They had no chance to overcome after that 4-run second inning in Milwaukee. This is three straight bad starts. Now it's kind of explainable why he hasn't been pitching well. But
Yeah.
and now the Mets think they found something with their recent promotion. Ewing coming up to the big team. He had a
I
nice
made a very
first day.
I made a very funny post about that. I made a
Oh, that
really
was you. That was you.
what what did I write? Wait, let's see if you remember.
I was in and out of sleep, but I saw it and I thought maybe I was like, but it was a Patrick Ewing picture. Yes,
Yes,
that
that
was
was
you.
me. That was
That
me.
was
I made that one. I
that was
made
good.
that one. Now, for those of you that didn't see, it says, "Hey Mets fans, there is only one real Ewing in New York, and his name is Patrick." And there's Patrick Ewing just pointing up, like, "Yeah, that's me." I got some
This is
crazy comments from that. And then like saying, "Oh, he didn't win anything." And I'm like, "Well, guess what? Neither did your pizza boy or your David Wrong over there. And yet you still worship him. You still worship them."
David wrong. David wrong.
David Wrong.
Ah
Am I right
man.
or am I wrong? you know?
No, it is funny. And then like when I think how Yogi was there for super super brief, you know,
Hmm.
um, but they'll honor Yogi like if he was like some kind
Hmm.
of big time Met, whether managing or as a player,
Yeah.
you know. So I think we're gonna turn this into let's hate on the Mets a little for a moment until we collect ourselves. Um, No, I'll tell you the truth, man. It's gonna be that kind of series where the Yankees better, the Yankees better show up to.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Do not let us Yankee fans down for the bragging rights here. Don't do that. Please don't do that. You know? Bats, come alive. Please come alive, you know? Also, I hope in that series somehow, some way that will it happen? Let's see. The Yankees are off tomorrow, correct?
Um, I thought they were going straight into City tomorrow.
No. They start at City on Friday. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay, so tomorrow is an off day. All right, Friday,
It's an
Saturday,
off
Sunday.
day. Okay, good. So Cam will be on the mound to
That's
start
big.
it off. That's good. I like that. I like that Cam will be on the mound. That is a great, great one. And I'll say this right now for the Mets. It's like they I still believe that chaos and turmoil in their locker room is still going on right now.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's no secret that Lindor
Yeah,
and Soto don't get along.
right.
And my good friend Richie Dorney, who's a diehard Met fan, he put it like this: you can get by with that if you got seven other guys that love each other.
Yeah,
And with the Mets, the Nimmo trade, I found that to be a bit of a cash dump. They didn't
yeah.
get better by bringing in
No,
Semien. You allow Pete Alonso, your franchise's all-time home run leader, a guy who broke Strawberry's record last year,
yeah.
to just leave. And it wasn't even so much letting him go. They didn't even compete to keep him, which means
No
that they were
contract.
like, nothing.
It's one thing if he went to like the Dodgers or something where it's tough to compete against them. They went to the Orioles. The
He lit.
Orioles.
The Mets showed no interest whatsoever in bringing
Yeah.
him back. And
Diaz letting him go.
yeah, that yeah.
Although that really did end up messing up the Dodgers because he's hurt now for like three. He's out for like 3 months.
And
Um.
you bring in three Yankee castaways and Weaver, Williams, and Holmes over the course of the last few years.
Yeah.
The two latter one, uh,
Yeah.
Weaver
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 and
Weaver showed up with his Yankee gym bag,
yeah.
and then you got Devin Williams.
Horrible.
This guy made the Yankees change their facial hair policy, and then he couldn't even throw a strike.
I know. And then also you got to remember. You got to remember. He cost us about a good 9 games. You know.
Yeah,
9 games. We would have definitely had the better record than Toronto.
and he
We would
hasn't
have definitely
exactly
had the
been
bye.
lights out in Queens either.
What?
He hasn't exactly been lights out in Queens
Oh,
either.
I never said he was. He's
It's been
horrible.
bad.
He
Pete
has been
Alonso,
horrible.
Pete Alonso, since that home run in the playoffs, he
Yeah.
that dude has not been right.
No. No. And you know what's crazy? The Mets fans were always calling it out to me as a Yankee fan. They were always like, Pete Alonso ruined him. Da, 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 da." And then they're like, they signed him and they're like, yeah, we signed Devin Williams. I'm like, weren't you
It
guys just making fun of him all last season and now you're celebrating you signed him? Okay, he's your problem now. You take him. No problem.
I just think it's hilarious how they keep taking guys from our bullpen that we're not doing business with anymore.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what else? Clay Holmes, I'll give him some credit. He's done well for the
Yeah.
most part transitioning into being a starter because I certainly didn't see it happening
I
for
did
him.
not see it happening either.
No, but Weaver and Williams,
Yeah. Nah.
nah, nah,
Nah.
nah,
Nah.
nah.
Right.
Just
Mm-hmm.
this is this is important. This is important. We gotta take 2 out of 3 here. We gotta take 2 out of 3. I
We gotta
want
take
sweep,
two
of
out of
course.
three. We gotta take 2 out of 3, and then go to Yankee Stadium, take another 2 out of 3, or get a sweep. And
Yeah,
hopefully Max's issue is done and he's back to pitching again. And Cole is in a rhythm, Rondon's in a rhythm, and Cam is just still playing an amazing amazing baseball. You know.
Yeah, it's just so weird how things have worked out. I mean, even with Goldie, it's been a lot of like circumstantial stuff. How guys are getting in. I am confident about one thing. I think Caballero is going to make it the shortest IL stint possible. I think he'll be back right away.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but even when I think about the catching position, I'm not pleased. I've been patient with Austin Wells. JC Escarra is a cool little story, but
Yeah, I know.
and it's the reason why, obviously, when they saw the opportunity to put Rice at first, they were going to go that route because they didn't want Rice's body to get banged up being a catcher because that's his secondary
Right.
position. And,
Mm-hmm.
he wasn't bad at being a catcher, but it is kind of strange when you have two left-handed catchers. I must admit that is a weird one. That is
Yeah,
a weird one, and
yeah.
you don't see it around Major League Baseball too often.
Especially with Boone's wild analytics and stuff like that. You know.
Well, yeah, there's nothing on the analytical card that's like, yeah, let's go get two of these guys. Let's do that. Actually,
Right.
three of them if you consider that Rice
Mm-hmm.
is the emergency.
Right.
But Goldie, I'll say this: it's been good that Goldie's been getting more action because I
Yes.
actually feel that he's been swinging the bat well, even on making outs.
Right.
Um, but to your point, Bellinger has got to be more consistent. This team on the whole just has to be more consistent. I feel that,
Jazz needs to wake the hell up.
yeah, yeah,
Jazz has been, I think he's been the most disappointment of it all.
yeah.
The only thing I could say, Jazz, the only two things I could say Jazz is doing well is playing the field well. He is. Yeah, he has his little here and there mistakes, but I mean, for the most part, he does some unbelievable things in the field.
I agree.
Um, yeah. And the other thing he does well is when he does get on base, he steals bases very well.
Yeah, yeah. Him and Cabby are the two best on the team in terms of that metric.
Stealing, yeah.
Yeah, and I thought when he took the Grom deep, I thought that was the moment where he was going to start turning the corner, but
Mm-hmm.
it hasn't materialized. Anthony Volpe, like I said, I saw him today, and I'm just like, what is this? What is
Yeah.
this? What is this? Like, what is this? Ryan McMahon once again under 200, but I'm gonna try to give him a little bit of rope because he has been playing better as of late, and he's a phenomenal glove. But
Oh, he's an unbelievable glove. Like he's one of the best with the glove.
yeah, I mean, if you're talking Yankee lore, I mean, you got to go back to like probably Nettles. You know, that consistent in the
Right.
field. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
we had Boggs when he was an old man. He did well enough. Josh
Yeah.
Donaldson actually was a good glove, but far removed from his prime.
Right.
Uh, Gio Urshela did okay. Believe it or not, Jazz did okay in the 24 run.
Yeah.
Um, but I could forgive him because that is one of the most difficult places to play, and that's where you have the advantage of having an Ahmed Rosario. That's the guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's the guy that I want, that I expect to kind of have a big series against his former team. That's the guy that I want to see have a
Mm-hmm.
series. Ahmed Rosario.
Exactly. Me too. And what's great I love about Ahmed, you can put him just about everywhere except pitcher.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
could put him literally anywhere except pitcher. And
yeah, yeah.
I can't wait for the. And how long is the Martian supposed to be out for? Like what? Another 2 more weeks or something?
I would think about another 2 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I can't wait till he comes back. Um, because I
it's
mean,
been, yeah.
listen, I'm gonna say it right now. Spencer Jones is gonna be a great Yankee. He's gonna do awesome. It's not his moment yet.
No, no, it's not, and it's a
It's not
weird
his moment.
combination of too many things going down at once. You have a struggling Ryan McMahon offensively. Bellinger's
Hmm.
been underachieving. Jazz offensively is underachieving. Ben Rice was hot before the injury, and he did hit a homer the other night, but he's still kind of getting back into the flow of things.
Hmm.
I'm actually impressed that Goldie stays ready because I didn't expect Goldie to do that well, given how much rust he had. Because
Yeah.
you know, this is the first time in Goldie's career where he has really been like that distant of a bench piece.
Right.
Because even last year it was closer to a 50-50 split. But the way Ben Rice has been hitting the ball, now this is interesting.
Hmm.
Despite Bellinger's strange season, he's actually been hitting really well against lefties, which I think is interesting.
It is.
But it's not good enough on the overall splits. Like he should be doing better against righties. That's the weird thing too.
Exactly. Exactly.
I want to be able to just like simply be able to say, hey, this is what's wrong and this is what needs to happen. But truthfully, as redundant as it sounds, guys just need to get their head out of their ass.
They do. Wake up. Especially when Freed was not had his issues the past two games. You know.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. I agree wholeheartedly on that one.
Yeah.
Well, I will say this. What I like about what we got going here for the long haul is that even with this annoyance, if Freed, we don't know yet. We're gonna find out
We
how
don't
bad
know.
this is.
Let's hope for the best. Let's just hope for the best.
Yes, but you are gonna get Cole back. Rodon already is back. I still view this pitching staff as the strength of this team, regardless. I
Oh,
still view this pitching staff as
100%.
like the depth. But yesterday, it's like they put the kibosh on my idea already. Hey, Weathers, we can put him in the bridge role. And
Yeah.
now Freed gets hurt.
Yes. Yep.
They're like, not so fast, Richie. That's a good idea. You're gonna have to wait on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
truly.
Agreed.
But just gutted because when I look at this lineup, I'm not saying that I don't expect them to hit some walls, but that's a guy that the whole league is hitting. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's like the equivalent of when Rick Wild Thing Vaughn was at his shrink, and when he finds out that was that guy's first career home run, he's like,
Right.
ever? And they're like, yeah, ever. That's essentially what that sounded like. Unbelievable. I'm out
It's.
here. I'm out here heading to the deck, checking out if it was still raining out here. We got a lot of rain today.
I heard you guys got a lot of rain. Yesterday, you guys had a tornado warning. I thought, right?
Yeah, yeah. 1 minute it looks like a postcard, then you could get a tornado warning. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
that's
Florida. You
Florida.
could look to the right, and it looks like the most beautiful thing ever. And then you look to the left, it's like the end of the world.
Kind of,
Like the
sorta.
nothing
Yeah,
from it's like the nothing from the never ending story.
yeah, yeah. I could go outside right now. There might be an alligator looking at me, or
Yeah,
maybe some kind of bird that time forgot. I don't know. That's like
yeah,
the reality of being in Florida.
that is it is. Yeah,
Because my buddy in Long Island called me, that same Met fan, and we had those ugly birds, the cranes,
yeah.
and he's like, "What the hell, Richie?" He's like, "You sound like you're in Jurassic Park out there."
Some of those things do sound like pterodactyls. That's for sure.
Yeah, they're interesting. They're interesting, and apparently we got some new ones in the neighborhood because they're like some baby ones now. So like, whenever the dog goes out, I got a German Shepherd.
Yeah.
So whenever my dog goes out, the thing with German Shepherds is like the way that they pull, it's all hips,
Mm,
and like if my girl takes the dog out, she has to take like that kind of leash that you put around your back
yeah.
because she's strong. She'll knock her down.
Mm-hmm.
Where with me, it's like, I'll take that basic little leash because the dog pulls me. I'm like, oh, hey, just cracked my back. Hey, that's an anniversary pain right there. So it's like different.
Yeah. Oh
But
wow. Yeah.
yeah, it's just I want to say something more positive, today, and I just can't bring myself to do it. All I'm going to say is we got 17 losses,
Yeah,
which is still not that bad in the grand
it's not
scheme of
bad at all.
things.
No.
But it's frustrating when you see the team that plays in our second home, because Tampa is
Yes,
essentially our second home,
it's the
doing
Bronx
what they
South.
do.
It's the Bronx
It
South.
certainly is. It certainly is.
It's the Bronx South, and then you got um out in the West in the Angel with the Angels. I call that Bronx West Coast.
Yeah, the Yankees definitely get a big following in that region.
Yeah.
I will say this: when I look around Major League Baseball right now,
Mm-hmm.
I'm most impressed, and I can't believe I'm actually going to say this, but I'm most impressed with the National League Central right now
I agree.
because of the fact that
Everybody's over 500.
nobody saw this coming.
Yeah. Even the Pirates.
Yes. Yeah, the
Even the
Pirates
Pirates.
actually
The
got a couple of
Cardinals,
sensible
everybody was
additions.
ripping on so bad, like, oh, they're terrible now, and then now they're over 500 too. The Cubs, we knew they were going to be good. The Brewers, we knew they were going to be good. The Reds, they were going to just hang. But no, everybody's doing great in that whole division.
And out west, the question is, can the Padres truly challenge the Dodgers when it counts? I'm not sure. I one thing I will say is that Fernando Tatis Jr., after the PED suspension,
Yeah,
it seems like he's just a different player. I mean, he
he
can still
is.
hit. He still hits, but it's just different. It's different, and his star
He
dipped
doesn't
so
have the
much.
long ball. And chicks dig the long ball, like as Rick the Wild Thing Vaughn said.
That is so damn funny, and it's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think about really crazy characters that were pitchers. Then you got the Kenny Powers character.
Mm-hmm.
That dude was like loosely in a way based on John Rocker.
Yeah.
Man,
Oh God.
Eastbound and Down, that's a damn good show.
Yes. I forgot. Did John Rocker ever test positive for steroids or no?
It doesn't resonate with me if he did or didn't, but it wouldn't shock me just with some of his temper tantrums. And I looked at like
Yep.
he was trying to fight Patrick Mahomes' old man, who
Yep.
actually played with the Royals and Mets.
Yep.
Crazy work, man. Crazy work.
Absolutely.
But like I said it yesterday, I'll say it again. Yankee fans, if you want to get cheered up rather quickly, throw on Bronx Zoo, and
Hundred percent.
you will know what it means to suffer when Mel
Yeah.
Hall is bringing in like some kind of jungle animal into the stadium, taking a crap near Don Mattingly's bag.
Yep.
Then you got the Spirit thing and the Steinbrenner thing. If you want to understand how functional we are now, despite this annoying little run, watch
Yeah.
that. It'll make you be okay. It's not that bad.
No, it's not bad
But
at all.
Knicks, I'm going to turn the page just for a second. Um, do you have a preference in who the Knicks play?
Cleveland.
I kind of share that because I don't trust James Harden in the latter half of any series that counts, and Donovan Mitchell has had a propensity for kind of coming up small in some of those games too. And but I am confident that we're going to beat either one of these teams because although I think the world of Cade Cunningham and I think Detroit's a damn good team, they play good defense. They do struggle to be consistent offensively, and I don't think that our Knicks are going to run into any real trouble in terms of scoring.
Right. No, we're on fire with scoring, and we're playing great on defense. We are.
And I might,
Detroit still scares me though.
yeah, Detroit's a damn good team, and they had our number this season.
They did.
Out west, assuming the Spurs wrap this up in the next game, which I think they will, um, I actually picked the Spurs to win the West when the playoffs started. Um,
Really.
yeah, they match up really well with Oklahoma City, but we're gonna find out. I mean,
I don't know about that one, dude. OKC's another team that scares me. Like we're gonna go against two. Like if it's Detroit next round, if it is Detroit, And by the way, is the game's going on right now with Detroit and Cleveland, right?
Yeah, last I saw, Detroit was up about 7 or 8, but that was about right before we went live.
Mm.
Yeah, I got this light a little bit too. There we go. Looks like I'm under interrogation here. I'm not going to say a word.
Yeah. Hold on a second. I'm looking for my remote, which I never could find when I really needed the most. Um,
This, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
the
yeah.
struggle is real. The struggle. Look at that. The struggle is real right now. I cannot find the remote to go check out the score in that game real quick, just to look at the score.
And
Um,
I got Joe and Jada on in the living room, so I was actually watching the game here on my phone. Got five,
ah.
got like 5 TVs in the house, but I don't know the score of the game right now, and I got a sports podcast. That's what it's called, being relaxed and waiting,
Oh yeah.
because the stress is off
Oh,
for
wait,
now.
I found it. Hold on. I found it. I found it. I'm gonna give you the sports podcast. Get ready. You're gonna get a score update. Here it is. Okay, I found it.
Yeah.
Hang on a second. Let's get it. Here we go. NBA. What the heck? No, that's not it.
It's on. I know it's on YouTube TV tonight.
It's on YouTube TV tonight.
Yeah,
Hold on. Let me put it
yeah,
on YouTube then. Hold on. I was like wondering why I didn't see it. Sports. Where the heck is this thing? NBA. Here we
Oh
go. Boom.
shoot, John,
What?
45.3 seconds left. I was able to get it in the other window. 103, 103, 45.2 seconds left. Cleveland inbounding the ball.
Wow. Yeah, I
Actually,
don't
that's
have it
Detroit.
here on the YouTube TV. I don't see it. Oh well.
All
I
right,
tried.
I'm gonna watch these final seconds to tell you what's happening.
Okay.
All right, Detroit with the ball.
Come on, Cleveland.
Are they calling a foul on that? It looks like they are.
Okay.
Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. No. Yeah, I got no. I'm looking at it. Cleveland's going to get the final shot here. 21.7 seconds remaining.
And the score is tied.
Yes, sir. They're on a 9-0 run the last 2.5 minutes. Cleveland is inbounding the ball.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Here we go. 19.2, 17, 16,
Come on, Cleveland.
11, 10. You gotta get into your offense here. What are we doing? Detroit stole the ball, and it looks
No.
like we have overtime.
Oh
Yes, sir.
wow. Okay. All right.
And
So in that
The
case,
Detroit bench is bitching, and they actually have a legitimate gripe because that should have been a foul at the end of the. Oh wow! Oh wow! We have a game. I thought I was expecting to turn it on, and Detroit's up by 13 or something.
right? Me too. Me too. All right. So in that case, I am. I'm gonna go watch the game.
Yeah, I think that's the route I'm gonna go as well.
Yes.
If you haven't already, please make it a point, like and subscribe to the channel, Richie X Jr. Sports Podcast,
Let's do it.
YouTube. Check out Talking New York on
Talk of
Facebook,
New York.
Yankees Daily on Facebook. We got some more stuff cooking, more stuff coming. And my co-host here at the Richie X Jr. Sports Podcast, Idris Salam. Check out his stuff at Big Bosco Productions. He's got 3 new albums that he's put out over the last 100 days. For John, I'm Richie. We're going to have a lot more better stuff to talk about tomorrow because we're going to be coming off a Yankee win. We are out.
Bye.